Why does the food in restaurants doesn't taste so good anymore? This is a bit strange title, and I think the title is similar to it. I'm gonna make it quite strange, that you would wonder, like, what does she mean? I mean, when somebody is cooking for you, first, it's wonderful, we love that, right? And for sure, right? This is something that is just, a gesture of friendship, of love. And of course, it's wonderful when someone does that. But what I actually wanted to talk about with you, is just the fact that the energy goes into a certain direction, okay? And yes, I wanted to make the title somehow like, because I always make titles for the YouTube video a little bit later, yeah? Not immediately, just later. Because I first, listen me talking, and then I decide how the title would be, because it's always spontaneous what I say, and the impulses are just, how they come out. And I always make this podcast little video, how you want to call it, immediately, and not, I don't plan that. It's just, in the middle of the day or night or whenever, or in the evening. So I want to manifest more security, more financial stability, wealth, if you will, right? That makes me more free to actually not to work so hard anymore. Let's say it like that. But working hard is also something that starts in our mind. It's really a matter of perspective. Sometimes 2 hours of work can be very hard and boring when we think so, right? So it's always also our judgment, how we are judging a situation. This is something I really experienced that in my life. I am 43 currently, and I believe that, telling you my age is crucial, because, a 20-year-old couldn't, tell you anything about, a half-life whatsoever of actually education and work, if you will, right? So I tell you in short how I am manifesting more wealth and money, okay? And then, of course, we are also giving the answer to the question, why currently the meals, in restaurants, which are good and okay, good restaurants, right? Professional cooking and everything. So I don't talk about, bad restaurants or just whatsoever, okay? And why does this food doesn't taste so good anymore? And how I am building, more wealth for myself, or financial security, however you want to call it. But in front, I want to tell you that I just experienced so much that actually our perspective, our idea, our judgment of situations and of things we have to do or not to do, or of things that we are trying to avoid or we cut out of our lives, yeah? Like, for example, eating out. Eating out is something I rarely do. Very rarely I do that nowadays, because I'm just focusing on just collecting my coin, okay? On securing my bag. And I am trying to do that in just a number of ways. And cutting off eating out in restaurants is something that the thing is, guys, the energy is following this thing, It's very, very interesting, you guys. I was just saying, you know, to myself or to my journal, I was writing like, okay, we are cooking at home, and at home it just tastes best. This is something I really, you know, manifested. Like, of course, you can also manifest a bunch of money, or just so much, you know, abundance, and always somebody who's, you know, inviting you out or something. You could, you know, manifest that too if it's so easy, because it was so easy to manifest the fact at home tastes the best. You know, this was my thing that I was telling to myself. And then, you know, I was now the last 6 months or something, I was eating out maybe 4 or 5 times, which is still, you know, a number. But I believe that there are people, you know, who go out more often, you know. And I can even tell you what it was. These were some invitations that I was invited to, and also a dinner with the girls for Christmas. So we went out a few days before Christmas, just to celebrate together and have a dinner for Christmas. And then I went out with an female acquaintance. So we went for pizza, and the thing is, you guys, and that's very interesting. And I mean, the rest of the 2 times or whatnot. Yeah, one time I was, somewhere, where it's actually not that expensive, something like that. Okay, so I mean, actually, I can count that on 5 fingers. Maybe I was 6 times gone somewhere or whatnot, right? But it's not just all the time, yeah. And it was also not like in the past where I was in restaurants with, these 5 stars and whatnot, this is just always an experience. Wow. This is like a travel, when there is really this high value experience when it comes to food. But now I just said to myself, I want to collect my money. And I'm not spending my money, and I try to make money at the same time. So that's, a very nice thing, a concept to do, and also writing down what I'm buying, and also budgeting. Okay, I try to budget also what I buy at the grocery store, because as you know, I'm a manifestor in the human design, and I don't want to tell it as an excuse all the time with this thing as a manifestor. I actually really don't like that, and that's why I'm so very it's so important to me not to force anyone to the human design, because it is an experiment, yeah, they say. And it must be an experiment. Yeah, I really believe that, the human design can be a part of my complete analysis that I am offering also as a card reader medium, and somebody who's diving deep into sciences, astrology, for example, the human design also. It really depends on the topic that you have. Also, numerology is something that I do for ages. So I'm offering normal, like, these traditional pure card readings, very accurate, yeah, most of the time. And also you have the advantage when you book with me, let's say, okay, then, I have your contact on WhatsApp, so to speak. There are also different models. I can also write you a text, for example, via email, PDF, whatnot. This is everything that you can receive as an information mail when you just write me a mail, right? This is just like questioning, and first you just receive this mail, and you can, quietly for yourself just decide, do I want that or not, and yeah, so and there are all the options, okay? So, and then when I am making a reading for you, let's say, and then when I also receive more downloads and messages for you, which can happen, which not always is happening, but that often already happened with clients, then I can, you know, few days later, I still can tell you, hey, you know, I dreamed about that. And this is another message that I'm giving you to this, you know? So this is much nicer, and I don't charge extra for that because it's mostly just a sentence that I just, you know, send it to you. Only for your information, right, you guys? So, and now my experience is like, I am so very much, and I want to do van life now. Van life, and yeah. So, you know, also having no apartment, but just traveling, trying to have, yeah, a remote job also, and doing your readings, of course, right? Do your readings, my music and everything. And, you know, all the information, also, you know, how to kind of, I don't know, how to enjoy this channel also and whatnot. And also my other channel and everything. You can have that all in the info, you know, in info box, everything is there. So, and you know, and these experiences of going out for dinner most of the time, that was very interesting what happened the last time, you guys. I just didn't like the food. And these were not bad restaurants. It was just that for Christmas, I liked the food. This I must say. Okay, for Christmas, I liked the food. But with the pizza, I was ordering the wrong pizza. I will never order a pizza with these little seafood on the. I mean, I like seafood a lot, but these were just very weird seafood that was on this pizza. I will never order that again. But it was something special on seafood, so I don't know how it's called in English. And then I was again in an Italian restaurant. That was the invitation, and I had a sort of sausage on my pizza, and it was a very weird Italian sausage. And Italians make wonderful meats and sausages and all of that. Salami, it calls in German. I don't know how you say it you know, in English. But prosciutto, for example, you know, is like a ham. So they have a sort, you know, a collection of very nice, interesting meat, sorts of meat somehow. Smoked and whatnot, right? And that was really something I really disliked, and that happened to me. And again, these were wonderful restaurants, right, with 5 stars and whatnot. Not 5 stars like 5 stars, you know, when it comes to you know, the quality of a restaurant, but 5 stars when just regular people, you know, enjoyed the evening and whatnot, and gave 5 stars on Google. Okay, so that's what I mean by that. So actually, very nice. Opportunities to go out and, you know, and eat. But I really, it was so crazy because, you know, I like to, you know, go out and eat something. It's not the thing, and most of the time I really like the food, but I just, you know, magically ordered things that I didn't like, and that was good because I just still enjoyed the evening because, you know, people were nice, yeah, of course, and everything, and you know, the evening was great, but the food was like, and I thought like to myself, you know, this is my manifestation. It's wonderful in one way, because I really think that that I cook better at home now than actually in this restaurant, which is a good sign somehow. And of course, you know, yeah, I have more work with that. So that's also, you know, something else to say by that. And yes, of course, you can also manifest for yourself somebody who just, you know, takes you out all the time. That would be also an option, you know. And you can, I don't know, and still, you know, you have a sort of abundance and whatnot. It's not. It doesn't mean that cannot happen also, you know, on the top, you know. But just in general, I believe, you know, I find it very interesting that this manifestation is really following. And that's good, because I'm not so so tempted to spend my money. And also shopping is gone. And I really enjoy that I am not so addicted anymore. And I was, and many women are. And the problem is when you have to clothes shopping, okay? Because I really love my big wardrobe and whatnot. But before I buy something, I am thinking about my things that I already have in my wardrobe. And I'm thinking about something that is still there in my wardrobe. And you know what? 8 times out of 10, I already have a piece like that. Or a sort of shoe like that, you know? Or before I buy things, I am thinking about how can I combine something together that looks similar. And stuff like that, yeah? And I don't want to sound greedy or something. And it's nice to also invest in ourselves. That is really the fact, because you show also the universe that, yeah, this greedy energy is also not that good energy, at least. But I think there must be a balance. I think that the feeling of being wealthy is more important than actually spending the money. It's about the feeling of being abundant, yeah? And I think like when you feel abundant, then it can follow you also. Yeah, that's the middle ground, what I was thinking about. And yeah, thank you so much for listening, and have a wonderful time, and give some likes if you like this video. You know that you always help the YouTuber with a little gesture. Nobody sees where you're liking. Naturally, it is a folder on YouTube or something with the likes, which videos you like. But it's a secret folder, so I don't think that, you know, people see what we like. So thank you so much, you know, that you gave now your thumb up. So thank you. Okay, guys. So when you subscribe to the channel and press the bell, you're not gonna miss any video. So thank you so much. I love you, and for you all the best.